in this next animation, we're going to create a kind of a loop. We're going to do that with a mask and a delay action. Let's get into it. We'll need a frame. So I'll grab the frame tool, use the same size. This one we'll call space. And we need to create some assets. So let's do that. Our UFO is going to be made out of just some simple shapes like we've been doing. A round shape, back in the design tab. A light blue body for our UFO. We need to create a don't even know what you call these elements, but the kind of wings of our UFO, and they're going to be, I'm going to make that exactly 350. Alright, 350 by about 60. And I'm going to round off the corners of that. Just scrubbing through that. Make it a bit rounder. I'm going to copy that and paste it and make a kind of a fatter version of it. Like so. We'll colour these. Use whatever colours you feel. Move that one to the front. And I feel like that rounded corner is a little too much. Fully feel free to improvise with this, like I'm doing now. Our body of our UFO needs to be a little bit bigger. And I'm going to just make sure these are all aligned. Quickly make some landing feet for our UFO. With a line that's got like a little dot on it. Rotate that around. This is a bit big. Looks better. And we'll rotate this plus 20. Great. We'll rotate this minus 20. And we will tidy those up. Going to group them, I'm going to send them to the back, and I'll align everything to the center. Okay, great. We've got our basic UFO here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create another shape. It's going to be these little kind of flashing lights. Not with a line, with a rectangle. We'll pop a rectangle right here, and I want it to be aligning with the edge there. And I also want it to be, 40 high and wide, right to the edge there, and we'll round it off so that it becomes a circle. Okay, great. And then I want to drag that out and I want to make it 10 pixels in the distance, so there's like 50 between each of them. And then I'll duplicate that, Command D on the keyboard, until I fill up that space there, and you can see I'll have 10 to the edge there. And I'm going to make another one that's going to overflow here to that point. And then we'll quickly colour these. Going to be yellow with some kind of stroke, white stroke maybe. Don't know if that's exactly the same as our original, but that is looking quite cool. All right, now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to, I think we'll group these together. Command G. And we're going to make a mask, and it's going to be based on this shape here. So I'm copying that shape, Command C, and I'm going to paste it in front of itself, but it's behind our lights. And then I'll select our lights and that mask shape, and we're going to come up to here, and there's a button that says Use as Mask. You'd find that under the Object panel as well, Use as Mask. It's going to mask that out. So that's good. We will, I think we'll just group that together. I could create a frame out of that. Maybe I should. I'll just, instead of creating a group, I'm going to go to Object, and I'm going to there's probably a shortcut for this. Oh, it's right up the top, yep. Command Shift G, frame that selection, and I'm going to call it UFO 1. Alright, and then we'll duplicate that, Option Shift, it's UFO 2. Now in here, we're going to come inside this mask, and we're going to shift this 50 pixels to the left. So let's find our position property, X. That's our position property. Wow, there's some random grey elements there which I didn't mean to create. Just undo that. And we're going to go -50. Okay, so that will look like it hasn't moved, but it's actually shifted into exactly the same position. But now we've got one hanging out over this side. And that should create a seamless loop now. I do have those extra strange rectangle shapes there though that I don't want, and I think they're these ones here. So I'm just going to make sure they're deleted, yeah, out of UFO 2. And in UFO 1, I think they're these ones here, yeah, they're just behind there. I don't know when I made those, but that was an accident anyway. Here's our two UFOs, and they look identical, but there is a change, as you'll remember. Now let's turn these into a component set. Call it UFO. And we're going to link these together via again, drag that to there, an after delay. But because we want this to be continually moving, our delay will be as close to 0 as we can make it. And that is 1 millisecond. You can't have 0 milliseconds, you can only have 1 millisecond. So our delay is going to be 1 millisecond. We're going to change it to this other variant in our component set, and we're going to smart animate it, but we're not going to do it with any easing at all. It's just going to be consistent movement so that it can look like it's continually turning around. And we'll go OK. And then what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to link this one back to itself, all right? And that's going to be after a delay as well. And that's going to be 1 millisecond delay. It's going to change back to UFO 1, but we're not going to include any transition there at all. We want it to move and then flick back, move and then flick back. And then I think that should be good. Let's go to our assets. We've got our UFO asset there. Let's change the background of our UFO into a kind of a space, deep space kind of colour. Drop our UFO on there. Center it in the page, cool. And we'll create a flow here, which we'll call, and we'll test that out. And that's looking good. We've got a kind of a seamless loop there, and we've incorporated that seamless loop by using a mask, and also that delay action. So that's good. One final thing, we might just tilt it, and that'll be our finished animation.